Welcome. This is a special Saturday edition of Motivation and Inspiration with Dan. And this video is about what you don't want to know. And I'm going to share some things that I've been studying. I study the psychology of what's going on in the world today and what's going on in people's minds. And I learned from different people that are authors and teachers of what this type of circumstance can do to us. So I'm going to give you a couple of ideas that you probably don't want to hear because you're probably in the middle of it and it's feeling uncomfortable. So the thing is, right now we are in a state of mind where things are uncertain, and so when things are uncertain we can feel fearful, and then when we feel fearful, what we do is we go inside and we find something that makes us happy. And oftentimes we'll head to the fridge. So some of us, and I've been talking to some clients, they're emotional eaters, or they're finding something else. Maybe they're drinking alcohol, or maybe they're even smoking marijuana. So there's things that are going to cause us to feel good. But that's not what this circumstance is about. It's about backing off, taking time out, being aware. And most people aren't going to do that. But if you're listening to this, you're likely somebody who's a little bit more aware. So what can you do to prevent that? Well, for one, don't think about being an emotional eater, or don't even talk about being an emotional eater. If you say those words, I'm an emotional eater, guess what? You're going to head to the fridge and you're going to emotionally gorge on food. And one of my clients is gaining weight because of that, because he says I'm an emotional eater. So don't focus on that. What you have to focus on is what matters to you and become more aware. And if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to get caught in this cycle where you've been before. And when things go bad, what are you going to do? You're going to head to the fridge, or you're going to head to the bar, or you're going to grab some cigarettes. And I'll just comment on that for a second. A neighbor of mine has a cigar shop, and I'm just surprised that it's open, but other places aren't. I'm just like, why is cigars and cigarettes a necessity? Some of you might think because I smoke, I want it, right? But I'm just thinking to myself, it's not going to help you be healthier and stronger in this circumstance. So the key here is to become aware, because all of us are addicts of some kind. You might not even be addicted to food or alcohol or marijuana or drugs or anything. It might be sex. It might be something else. And whatever that is, you're going to become aware of it now. And I've had this happen to me before, so I know what it's like. I had 36 weeks off because I took a parental leave years ago from a job that I was in, and I had my awakening then. And since then, I haven't gone back to a job, and I haven't commuted, and I haven't done any of that stuff. So, I'm not feeling what most of you are. But I will say I'm an addict of some kind, but we won't go into that. The key here is to become aware of what you're thinking and doing and saying, and especially those little voices inside your head. And if the little voices inside your head are saying, let's head to the fridge and eat something, or let's head to the pantry, you can do something about that, because if you do that often enough, you know what's going to happen. That's a chronic pattern of thought, and you're going to eat, and you're going to gain weight, and then you're going to look at yourself in the mirror, and then you're going to feel bad about that, but you're going to keep repeating the pattern until you become aware and awaken. So it's really a challenging time right now. I get it. And, it's not going to be perfect, but at least if you become aware, then you can do something about it and you can shift it. This is an awakening. And if you're listening to this, please join me and awaken and be aware. Do something about this, because if we don't, what are we going to do? Go back to our old patterns and be addicted to something, and then we're not going to feel good. And when we don't feel good, what do? We go into the world and we project that out, and we show people that we don't feel good, and our actions show that we don't feel good. Our attitude projects all of that. So anyway, please become aware. Even write things down, because thoughts become entangled as they pass through your lips and over fingertips. Write things down. Write down what you're doing and what you're thinking. At least if you're getting them out someplace, then you can do something about them. But the psychology behind this is that all of us are addicts, and we will go back to our addictions, especially in a circumstance like this, because we're locked indoors and we have nothing else to do. So we just want to feel good, and we'll go to that thing that makes us feel good. So hope this helped. If it did, leave a comment below, and I'll see you on my next video.